Paris Hilton was on Capitol Hill this week. She's meeting with lawmakers talking about how badly children are treated in facilities meant to help quote-unquote troubled teens. She's urging them to pass the Stop Institutional Child Abuse Act, which would increase oversight. Paris first revealed the abuse she said she suffered in her 2020 documentary, This Is Paris. Now, we had Paris on. We talked to her. She had a lot of abuse.
Yeah.
Tell us why this is so important to you.
Well, first of all, I've spoken in front of Congress 11 times. I've done it for so many different things: women's cardiovascular disease, dietary supplements, the Child Nutrition Reauthorization Act. So I've done a lot of different things, Alzheimer's, things like that. But I went to Catholic school, and there were, certain punishments that people had that you think, okay, I hope this is still not going on, and I don't think it is. But just to share with you, I had a brilliant education, so I'll always be grateful for that. But I saw a nun crack a bell over a kid's head, and he ended up with 11 stitches.
No.
My sister was in a class where a boy was bullied and beaten up during lunch. He wanted to go home. The teacher wouldn't let him. He died that night from internal injuries.
Oh, my gosh.
She ended up leaving the convent after that. And then I had a crazy nun in 7th grade who had a hygiene thing, and she used to make row 1 lift their arms so that row 2 could smell them, because she wanted to make sure everybody wore deodorant at 12 years old.
Do you know if any of this is still going on? I know this act is supposed to help with oversight, but
just, my advice to parents is know what is going on in your children's school in terms of punishment, especially in schools that pride themselves, on making sure the kids stay in line. And it's not that I think kids should run wild. I think there should be things. I don't think there should be any kind of child abuse.
And what's interesting is Paris said when she went to go call, they wouldn't let her. So there's no way to get out of that, right? She's stuck there. She's saying, I'm being abused. I'm being abused. They take your phone away. She went to solitary.
But and also, it's so
That's
strange
crazy,
we're talking
Marilu.
about this. We've had people that have worked for us that have had similar issue, no names, please. But also, when you think about the fact that, okay, there's a confined group of young women, which we know are a group of people that will be attacked by predators, 100%. So they are now in a situation where they've been accused of certain crimes, a 15-year-old, whatever, and so now they have no credibility. And they're just people that we are not going to vet. Marilu, we're just going to go, why would a grown man take a pay cut to go stay overnight with a building full of 15-year-olds with no credibility as to if something was happening to them? Wouldn't we vet those people more? I had to get life insurance. They sent somebody to my house. They took blood, urine. They took made sure I don't smoke, made sure I don't drink. Can we have at least half that for people that are going to be watching young women that are already probably on the edge if you're in a facility like that, Sammy?
And I agree with you 1,000%, but I think of parents, how you would feel. You would have to restrain me if I found out a teacher cracked a belt on my child's head.
A bell.
Oh my God, it was a bell with 11 stitches.
Yeah.
What would you do?
That's attempted murder, by the way.
Cain Velasquez, I don't know if anyone's familiar with him. He's a UFC fighter, an ex-UFC fighter. Found out his daughter, I believe, was being molested over 100 times. He found out. He is in jail for attempted murder right now. He chased a man down in a car and shot him twice with his dad in the car because those two guys were running the facility. So if he did that to his daughter, imagine how many other people he did that to. So talk about, listen, what Paris is doing is great.
It's great.
But I'm afraid we're leaning towards this direction where people are going to start taking matters in their own hands because there's so much of this in politics and this involved.
There's a lot of red tape.
Yeah,
there is, and people are like, you know what? If someone raped my kid,
I know
100 times, I would be in jail. I would be Cain's roommate.
Okay? I think a lot of people
If I was your defense attorney, I would definitely, I don't have
And that guy's walking the streets, and Cain's in jail for attempted murder?
Couldn't you say you lost your mind?
If you have a good enough defense attorney, you can say whatever you want. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Crazy. And of course, we're not promoting violence here. We're just speaking from our heart.
Yeah.
We're being honest.
Parents and parents.
Thank you.
Yeah.